Apple has released a brand new Apple Pencil. This is not an upgrade from the previous model, which is the Apple Pencil 2. Rather, this is a more basic and affordable version. The main thing with this Apple Pencil is that it has different capabilities than both of the previous Apple Pencils, so it might be a little bit hard to choose whether this Apple Pencil is right for you. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I focus on digital planning, organization, and I use my iPad every single day along with the Apple Pencil. I've been using iPad for a long time, so I've got to test all of their three models. After some days using the Apple Pencil USB-C, I've decided that it's actually a really good option and I want to recommend it to my audience, so to people who would use their iPads mainly for note-taking or digital planning. One thing that I'm liking about the new Apple Pencil is that it's compatible with all iPad models, at least the latest release of the iPad, so iPad mini, iPad 10th generation, iPad Pros, as well as iPad Air. So first I'm going to talk about the design. The Apple Pencil USB-C, the first time I used it, I did not have the Apple Pencil 2 to compare, so in my mind I thought that they were exactly the same design, except of course that this cap of the new Apple Pencil opens so that you can charge it. But I was actually wrong, and once I got home and I got to test it alongside my Apple Pencil 2, I realized that it's actually smaller, and that to me is a very positive thing. I have very small hands and I really don't need this extra weight. This Apple Pencil 2 is already better in my opinion than the Apple Pencil 1. This one, when I do use it, I kind of like drop it all the time. As you can see, it's even longer than Apple Pencil 2. I think it's very interesting that the Apple Pencil has just become smaller and smaller. This is the 1, 2, and this is the brand new one, and as you can see, the size changes considerably. I wonder if Apple had the younger students in mind when they created this one because it's smaller. I'm not a young student, but I have small hands and I'm very grateful for this size. I think that the main thing that this new version of Pencil does not have is that this one does not charge automatically when you attach it to the iPad. However, you can still attach it magnetically to the iPad, it just doesn't charge. That's nice because you will still be able to not lose the pencil. You can just keep it up here on the iPad to make sure that it doesn't fall, it doesn't go anywhere. However, it was very nice to never have to worry about charging the Apple Pencil 2 because anytime you attached it, it would be charging automatically. It's the best charging mechanism in my opinion. This Apple Pencil 2 also pairs automatically once you attach it to the iPad, and that is also very comfortable. So Apple Pencil 1 was the weirdest thing. The way you charge it is you remove this cap and then you have to plug this onto your iPad. I never had a problem with it like breaking or stabbing me or anything, but it just felt so weird. So with the USB-C version, charging is not automatic, but it's not hard at all. So you lift this little cap to show that connection. You do not get a wire with this pencil when you purchase it. However, your iPad will already have one. The iPad does come with a charging wire, so you can just use that exact same wire to plug this pencil onto your iPad. Once you do that, you will both charge it and you will also pair it immediately. So you don't have to go to settings, you don't have to manually pair this or anything, it's really quick. On a side note, I find this little magnetic cap super satisfying. So this is magnetic, but it will not come off. I mean, I haven't tried pulling as hard as I can, I don't want to break it. It feels nice when you push it, it's like it automatically retracts and it's a nice feeling. And something I consider an advantage over the Apple Pencil 2 is that if you ever do run out of battery here, which by the way, I have been using this pencil for multiple days now and I have not needed to charge, so the battery lasts a long time, but once you run out of it and you need to use it, what you can do is just plug it onto the iPad and you will still be able to use it while it's charging. To me, that's definitely a pro, not having to stop working to charge your pencil. One more feature you will not see on the USB-C Apple Pencil is that double tapping that you had in the Apple Pencil 2. What does that do? Basically, it will switch in between tools. I personally use it to switch between whatever tool I'm using and the eraser. So let's say I'm taking notes, I want to delete something, so I just double tap on my pencil and I will be able to do the eraser and then continue to write. I do like that feature and use it often. However, I've heard multiple users who don't like it because it's easy to accidentally double tap on the pencil and activate a tool that you maybe did not want to choose. Some users find this annoying and they just deactivated that feature. If this is you, that's possibly a good thing then that the USB-C Apple Pencil does not have the double tap feature. Another feature that this Apple Pencil USB-C kept is that you can hover over your iPad to pre-select some tools or see exactly where you are going to write or point at something on iPad Pro. My iPad does not support this feature, so I can't show you, but if you care about that, this Apple Pencil USB-C did keep that feature. Another important feature that the Apple Pencil USB-C does support is tilt sensitivity. That's really nice because when you are drawing, let's say in Procreate, and you choose a pencil brush, once you tilt your pencil to draw, you'll see that the stroke changes as if you were holding an actual real pencil on paper. You will still get that capability. One other advantage I'm seeing is, depending on the case you use, you might not be able to charge your pencil magnetically, and in that case it's gonna make sense if they come up with a sleeve that has a cutout to charge the Apple Pencil USB-C, so you don't have to remove either case to charge the pencil. Now, the biggest feature that this new Apple Pencil USB-C does not support is pressure sensitivity. However, I want to explain when exactly you would actually need your pencil to have pressure sensitivity. So what pressure sensitivity in an Apple Pencil means is literally your iPad recognizing when you apply more or less pressure on your stroke. If you are taking notes, for example, in GoodNotes, you have different types of pens. You have a brush pen, you have a fountain pen, and those two will actually take into account the pressure that you apply with your Apple Pencil. That is, of course, if the pencil has pressure sensitivity. Apple Pencil 1 and Apple Pencil 2 both have this pressure sensitivity feature. So unless you are a lot into calligraphy and crafty handwriting, I don't think it matters, and I want to point out that I intentionally never use these two pens to take notes because it turns out that having this type of strokes or writing will take up a lot more memory from your device than if you were to use a ball pen. So I personally just keep the ball pen setting active for my note taking in GoodNotes. I do not need any pressure sensitivity when I'm taking notes. When I do enjoy the pressure sensitivity is when I'm using the app Procreate. So in Procreate, you have a ton of different brush options, and the idea with this app is that you actually create art. So the brushes are very complex and most of them will recognize the pressure that you apply to the pencil. Here's an example of what the brushes can do with the pressure that you apply. And one other case when you would benefit from this pressure sensitivity is, for example, my brush stamp right here. So here I made a brush that is actually a stamp, and I really like being able to choose how bright or how transparent my brush or stamps are going to be, and I can control that with the pressure that I apply on the screen. I do this for fun. I am not a professional artist. If you are and you're wondering which Apple Pencil is best for you, it's either the 1 or the 2, because I do think that pressure sensitivity is an absolute must for any artist. So you will have to figure out which of these is compatible with whichever iPad you're using, and that's the one that I would recommend you to get. If you are not a professional artist, however, I don't see this feature as being very needed, and I would recommend to go for the Apple Pencil USB-C. So in short, I think that if you're a student, you're a note taker, you're a digital planner, or you just want to have a pencil to be able to write notes quickly, to use the scribble feature, or to just move around the iPad, Apple Pencil USB-C is absolutely perfect. And if you're not using Apple Pencil every single day, chances are you will run out of battery, and in that case you will greatly benefit from the option to have it connected while you work. If you have used Apple products in the past, you know that they're of great quality, they have great warranty, and these products are made to last. So I think it's nice to have a lower cost option still from Apple that will work for the average person. Now, the biggest positive of this new pencil, of course, is the price. This is only $79, $69 if you are a student. Apple Pencil 1 is $100 and Apple Pencil 2 is $130. So those are my thoughts on this brand new gadget. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if you have already tried it, if you like it, or if you think that you should stick to another version of Apple Pencil. I would love to know what you think about it. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.